Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I am so excited for today's video. As you can see by the title, today we are doing a blind date with a booktuber. That booktuber is none other than Kara from Kara's Bookshelf. Kara was one of my very first friends here on Booktube. I love her so much and I'm so excited to do this video with her. So basically what's going to be happening in this video is Kara and I decided we wanted to send each other books to have each other read. Neither of us know what the other is sending. We decided to wrap up the books and write some like genres and prompts and things like that on the front to give each other clues. Of course, we will not know what the book is until we open it, and then we will both be doing reading vlogs for those books. I will, of course, have Kara's channel linked down below. Go and subscribe to her, but also make sure to watch her video to see what book I sent her, watch her reaction, watch her reading vlog experience with that. I am so excited to see what she thinks of the book that I sent her. Before we get started, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for bookish content from me every single week. I also have my Instagram and Goodreads linked down below, so you can go and follow me there. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see what book Kara sent me. All right, guys, it is time for me to open Kara's package. I am so excited. I have had to wait to open this package because I believe that I received it on Friday or Saturday, and I had planned to film all day Saturday, including unboxing this book mail from Kara. And unfortunately, I woke up on Saturday and was so sick, and so I texted Kara and I was like, I can't film this today. I'm so sorry, but I need to be better and have more energy and like to give the reaction that I know that this is going to elicit from me. I have to be like at 100%. So I'm still a little sick, but I'm feeling better, and I can't wait any longer. This package has been sitting on my kitchen counter and it has been staring at me for days now, and I have the patience of a child. So I'm finally opening it and I can't wait. I will say I do have a prediction, but I'm gonna wait and see what the outside of the book, like the wrapping and what she wrote on it. I'm gonna see what that says first before I give you guys my prediction, but I will give you my prediction regardless, just because, I don't know, I have a feeling, I'm sensing a certain book, or at least a certain author that she's going to send me. But I don't know, I could be totally wrong. Like I probably am totally wrong, but okay, I'm gonna open it now. Oh my God, I'm actually scared. I'm not scared in a bad way, I'm scared in an excited way. I don't know if you guys can see me opening this, but once again, I don't wanna accidentally film the address, so I'm just gonna open it in my lap here. Oh my God, I'm literally gonna be sick. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. So we have this stuff on top. Great, excellent, love it so much. Oh my God, she and I used the same like brown wrapping. Okay, she must have got it at Target. Kara, did you get this at Target? I will text you and ask you right now. I was looking around for just plain brown wrapping to wrap around the book like they do at Barnes & Noble, and I couldn't find any, but then I found this like brown and gold wrapping paper, and I was like, well, you know what? We're just gonna have to work with this. And she used the same one. Oh my God, okay. I'm not even gonna look. Okay. Oh no, it's kind of ripped. Oh no. Okay, I'm not gonna look. It's a little bit ripped. Here's the back. I'm not even gonna look at the front because, oh my God, she sent me a bookmark. Oh my God, this is the biggest bookmark I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. This is so beautiful. I wonder if this is a clue, you know? So bookmarks, so cute, oh my God. And then a pin that says book lover. I am a book lover. Thank you so much, Kara. This is so cute. Oh my God. Is there anything else? Oh, there is. Oh my God, Kara. Jeez. Oh, a little card. She gave me a card that says, Rachel, I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I did. This book left me crying into the night, and I have never forgotten the way it made me feel. Hope you enjoy. Love, Kara. Wow, Kara. Okay, I'm really scared now. Love a book that can make me cry. Okay, so once again, it did rip a little bit, so I'm gonna try to like not look at it very much. But the front says, historical romance. Oh, I know what book it is. Historical romance, long lost love, 1950s Iran, a story of fate. She made the front so cute, so much cuter than I made it for her. Kara, I am so sorry. This is beautiful though, and I already know what it is. So I was first going to guess it was going to be a TJ Klune book because I know that she loves House in the Cerulean Sea and Under the Whispering Door, and I thought that that is what she was gonna send me, but I'm pretty sure that I know what this is, but let me just like wait and see. But oh, this is so cute, Kara, you're adorable. Oh my God, you've got, oh jeez, okay, the tape is, this is the most beautiful book I've ever seen in my life, first of all, just gonna get that out right now. I'm ripping it so slowly, I don't want to ruin this. Oh my God, this is the most beautiful book. It's so much prettier in person. You guys, she got me the stationery shop. This has been on my TBR for so long. I almost bought this like a month ago. Oh my God, Kara, I'm so excited to read this and I'm so scared because I know I'm going to cry. So, okay, let's see, how long is it? Oh my God, and it's only a little bit over 300 pages. Kara, I was wondering, I was like, what if Kara sends me like a 600-page book? Kara's a very big Brandon Sanderson fan, and I was like, what if she sends me a Brandon Sanderson book? It's like 800 pages. Oh my God, Kara, I'm so excited. Okay, wow, I'm going to start this immediately. I'm gonna text you right now and freak out, but I'm going to start this immediately. I am so excited to see what I think of this book. I've wanted to read this for so long. You just know me so well. I love that. So The Stationery Shop is the book that I'm going to be reading for this reading vlog, and stay tuned for my first reading update. Hey guys, editing me here, just popping in. I forgot to mention, the next clip that you guys are going to see is Kara explaining why she picked The Stationery Shop for me to read in this video. So without further ado, Kara, take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Kara from Kara's Bookshelf. I am so excited to be doing this collab with Rachel. I love this idea. I think it's so fun. So I picked The Stationery Shop by Marjan Kamali for Rachel. This is one of my best books of the year. I think I read this in 2020 and it was just amazing. I chose this book for Rachel because I know she enjoys literary fiction, number one. She loves Sally Rooney, but also she likes romance. And this is a historical romance. I know she's not the biggest historical fiction reader, but I don't think you have to be a historical fiction reader to really appreciate this book. So this is a historical romance, and it starts off with two teenagers meeting in 1950s Tehran. There is a lot of political turmoil happening at that time. They kind of start to form a relationship with each other, and then they are very quickly separated. And they've kind of never lost feelings for each other throughout their entire lives. It spans decades. It's a very, very beautiful story. I cried so much. And I know she is not the biggest historical fiction lover, but she does love romance. I know Rachel really wants to read Nightingale. She also loves Sally Rooney. I feel like there are aspects about her reading taste that will really appreciate this book. And I think this book packs such a punch. It is a shorter novel and it really, really just impactful to me. I cannot say enough good things about it. I really hope she loves it. So let's just get into her reading this book, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Okay guys, reading update time. I was not planning on updating this soon, but this book is so good, and I have to. I'm only 10% in, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm not even saying that. I would be honest, but I just trust Kara's taste implicitly, and she was correct. I am not a historical fiction person. I feel basically neutral about historical fiction. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I just don't really gravitate towards it, and I figured I would give this book probably like a 3 or a 4 star. You know, like I figured I would like it. I would gain something from it. I would think it's like, you know, a beautiful story, but I just didn't know if I would think that it was like incredible. And oh my God, I'm literally obsessed, so obsessed in fact, that I have started to tab and annotate this book, which is something I only do if I feel inspired by a book to do so. I have not tabbed and annotated a book in probably 2 months because I just haven't read a book that has called for me to do so. And The Stationery Shop is doing that. And I am just like, Kara, you are killing it with the book pick. Marjan Kamali's writing is just so beautiful and captivated me and pulled me in from the beginning. So much so that I was listening to this book on audio when I first started it, and I figured like, oh, I'll just listen to this audiobook while I'm working. And I literally got like 5 pages in. And I was like, nope, I need to physically read this. I need to physically read it so that I can tab and annotate it because so many beautiful things are happening. I would hear a quote and then another quote and then another, and I'd be like, oh my God, okay, hold on. We have to get our tabs out. So I'm having such a great experience. I'm loving that. I love when a book just like inspires me to want to write in it, to want to remember things, to want to underline and highlight different lines. So this book has been such a joy to read so far. I'm only 10% in. We'll see what happens, but I feel like this is going to be a 5-star read for me. So as I have read about 10%, I can talk a little bit more about what this book is about. So we follow Roya, and this is a dual timeline story. So we meet Roya when she is in her 70s in the beginning of the book, and she is meeting up with her long lost love, Bahman. And we don't quite know why they're meeting up yet. I don't think so at least, but hopefully that will be revealed, like the purpose of why they're meeting up at this time, at this place. And then we travel back to 1950s Iran when Roya, I believe was like 16 or 17, I want to say. And she is a very kind of young, innocent teenager, and she likes to spend a lot lot of time at this stationery shop, particularly because this stationery shop sells books and poetry, and she's a huge reader. So I love that. There's definitely an emphasis on reading and love for books in this story already. We love to see it. And that is where she sees Bahman, and he is just a young man that is very intriguing to her. She talks to the stationery shop owner and is just kind of like, who is that? What's his deal? And the stationery shop owner describes him as the boy who is going to change the world. So we learn very quickly that Bahman is involved in the political uprising and revolution that is occurring in Tehran at the time. When Bahman and Roya speak for the first time after kind of like stealing glances at each other, it's so cute. Oh my god. Just like side note, Marjan Kamali is doing a really good job of depicting that young, nervous, first crush energy. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm getting butterflies every time Bahman is in the stationery shop. I'm like, oh my god, okay, he's here. When Roya and Bahman speak for the first time, they kind of start talking about like the political goings on in Tehran, and Roya asks him like, you're political, right? And he was like, yeah, of course I am. Like, who isn't at this time? And she's like, well, I'm not. And he's like, you have to be. And so I do feel like we are going to have like some teaching moments and see Roya sort of grow as a person, which I'm really excited to see. So as I said, I am tabbing, and so my system, I wrote it down in the book. So pink tabs for anything regarding love or just like romance or just like really cute scenes. Orange is for quotes, any beautiful quotes that have stood out to me. Blue is for sad. I haven't used any blue tabs yet, but I know I'm going to. I can feel it. Like, this book there's like a sense of sadness. As beautiful and like fun and like cute as this book is right now, there's an overall sense of sadness, especially with like the dual timeline of them being 70 and them meeting up for the first time in a while. I'm sure I'm going to get my heart ripped out, and I'm looking forward to it. And then I have yellow for humor, because there has been some funny moments in this book as well. One of my favorites. This happens on page 22. I put a yellow tab for, this is when Roya is still kind of trying to deny that she's like interested in Bahman at all. And the stationery shop owner talks about how like, oh, that's the boy who's going to change the world. And she's like, what? No. And you know, when like you're young and you're trying to deny that you're into someone, she says, he walks too fast. He's not very polite. He whistles for no reason. He barely spoke to you the other time he came in here last Tuesday. He acts like he's so important. His hair is funny. I'm not quite sure how a boy like that will change the world. And it's so good. It's so good. I love everything that's going on in this book. So I'm going to keep reading. I will check in with you guys once I have another update, and I'm just so excited to see what happens next. All right, time for our next reading update, and I have so many thoughts. Okay, so it was just Mother's Day weekend. I wasn't able to get much reading done this weekend because I had to travel home, and so just haven't been able to pick up the stationery shop in a few days, but I have picked it up today and got to a little bit past the 50% mark. So I'm halfway done with the book. Absolutely loving it, but oh my God. I have been on an emotional whirlwind roller coaster. I'm being crushed by this book already, which I did not expect. I expected all of the sad things to happen at the end of the book, but oh no. They have been happening frequently throughout the first half of this book, so God only knows what the second half of this book is like. When I last talked to you guys, I think I was at the 10-15% mark, and Bahman and Roya had just met and were getting to know each other, and their love story blossomed in the first half of this book. It was beautiful and done so well and really sweet, and they started to fall for each other, and they got engaged, and like everything was so cute and so sweet. And then some things happened, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at, but I am feeling betrayed and confused, and people are just acting differently than they were presented as in the beginning, and I'm so confused. I'm so like, what the hell is going on? I do not understand. I'm heartbroken. I'm absolutely heartbroken. Also heartbroken, we had a death occur in the first half of this book. Did not expect that, and literally cried and teared up. Did not expect to, but that was so, like, for anyone to die, really, that character, it's a lot. It's been a lot in the first half of the book. We've also seen a lot more of the like political uprisings that have happened in Tehran and the effect that has had on Roya's life and Bahman's life and just all of their family. That has been really tragic and really sad, and just, my God. And then we've also learned about how Bahman's mother, when Roya and Bahman first got together, Bahman's mother did not really like Roya. It was just kind of like, oh, you know, she'll come around, whatever. But now we have learned that she does have some type of mental illness. I don't really know. They don't specify what it is, but it does just make her interactions with people difficult, and she really does not like Roya. And that has added a whole other layer to this story. One of my favorite things about this book is presented as one thing, which is already enough, like historical fiction, fiction, romance, you know, talking about politics, all of these things. But then there's also this other layer of how mental health, you know, affects families and relationships and things like that. And so I've appreciated that. It was really, really sad and hard to read about, but I think it adds a layer to Baman's character and his family as a whole that really differentiates them from Roya's family, which I think is kind of an interesting dynamic. It's been tough. Her scenes have been really tough, and just the effect that it has had on kind of everyone in the story is really interesting. And then I don't even want to say it because I don't want to give it away, but there's like his mom's past, and like if you know, you know. That was like very beautiful, but also very sad. I feel very mixed emotions about that whole thing. This book has absolutely put me through it. And at the 50% mark, things are completely not where I thought that they would be. I knew this wasn't gonna be a happy ending, you guys. We obviously know this. It alludes to it in the synopsis of this book. And literally in the first chapter, we find out that Roya and Baman are not together. Okay, so that's not a spoiler. That's general knowledge that we have. But like, what the hell? Things were going so well. And I just, what is even gonna happen in the rest of the book? There's so many questions that I have at this moment in time. What are we going to do? Because things are absolutely so screwed up, and I just know that that's not the end of it. That can't be the end of it. I feel sick, honestly. I do want to try to finish this book today. Like I said, I only have 50% left. It's a very, very easy book to just fly through, and I'm feeling really emotional because I've already cried from this book today, and I'm kind of just like, you know what? I just want to get the emotional part over, and I know that I'm going to cry when I finish this book. Like, whatever the second half of this book holds, I know that it's going to mess me up. So I kind of just want to get it over with, rip the band-aid off, and I'm dying to know what happens with Roya, like what actually occurs for her in the rest of her life and with her family and with Baman and everything, because right now things are kind of strained. I imagine, you know, things will get better for a little bit and then we'll probably get our heart broken again. So I think I'm just gonna sit down and read the rest of this book right now because I am dying to know what happens. I'm still really loving it. I'm still absolutely loving it. It's definitely feeling like a 4 or a 5 star. It's probably my favorite historical fiction I've ever read. Like, I feel pretty confident in saying that. I haven't read too many historical fictions, so like, you know, is that saying a lot? I don't know, but I'm really, really touched by the book and the writing, and just like, there's so many beautiful quotes, and I'm really, really feeling the emotions that these characters are feeling. So it's a really good reading experience, but it's just so sad. It's just so, so sad. So it is sad girl hours over here. It's good to read a sad book every now and then. So I'm going to keep reading. I probably will check in with you guys when I'm done, or if I feel compelled to check in at like the 75% mark, I'll let you guys know, but I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, was not planning on checking in. I am only at like the 60% mark at this point. Somebody meddled. Somebody forged something. Somebody did some sneaky. There is somebody that we cannot trust in this story, and I don't know who it is. But now I get to play detective, which is always fun. Didn't expect to play detective while reading this book, but somebody effed everything up. I'm literally shocked. Who did this? I'm pissed and I need to investigate now. Hey guys, so it is time. I have finally finished the stationery shop, and let's talk about my final thoughts. I absolutely loved this book. I think I even loved the second half of this book more than the first half, which is crazy because I was loving the first half, but the second half just had this extra quality and more depth and more layers. This book is an onion, and I just had such a good, emotional, heart-wrenching time reading this book. I think I'm going to rate this book, I don't know. When I first finished this book, I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads. That's just like what I felt at the time, but I think that this book is like damn near perfect. I wouldn't change anything about it. I just don't know if it gave me that 5-star feel, and that might just be because historical fiction is not really my genre, but literally there's nothing about this book that I didn't like. I think depending on my mood, it's a 4-star or it's a 5-star, depending on the day, you know what I mean? But I Like, I feel like blessed by Kara for sending me this book. Honestly, it was such a joy. Okay, so obviously in the second half of this book, things got very deep, very serious. We received explanations for why things happened the way that they did in the first half of the book. In the last clip that you guys saw of me, I was talking about how somebody meddled, there was miscommunication, all of these things, and we did find out what that situation was, and ooh, it was so much heavier than I thought it was going to be. I definitely, like, be warned. This book gets dark, this book gets heavy towards the end. I would also urge you, it's hard because the trigger warnings for this book kind of are spoilery, but I don't know. This has very, very heavy subject matter towards the latter half, so just something to be aware of when you're going into it. I did just think it was so beautiful and so well done, but just, yeah, some really heavy and crazy stuff happened towards the end that I wasn't expecting, that I was like, oh wow. So things did get very, very serious, but it was a really, really powerful, powerful read. Also, just Roya and Bahman finally knowing what happened between them and why things ended the way that they did was just killed me. Absolutely killed me. I was crying, I was hyperventilating, I was holding my cat, like I was going through it, and this book can pull out such strong emotions from you, which is always gonna be a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I love when books make me cry, and this one did not hold back. So in the second half of the book, we did watch Roya's journey as she went to America. Her and her sister go to college at Berkeley, and she finds love, and this becomes like a generational story. We follow her for decades through her life, which was really, really cool. I haven't read a book like that in a long time, I feel like. My cat is like kneading my back right now. Love it. She's making biscuits back there while I'm trying to film. Something that I did also want to talk about that I hadn't touched on yet. I love Zuri, who is Roya's little sister. She kind of always says the wrong thing, but she always means well, and I really appreciated her. I just really appreciated her role in the novel. She added some comedic relief. She also was kind of like the grounding reality that Roya needed sometime, and even though she was kind of harsh, I still really liked her. I still enjoyed her character. I also loved the use and the description of the Iranian food, their culture, everything like that. I think it added a richness to the story that I really, really loved, and the love for food and their culture is very important to Roya and Zuri throughout their entire journey, so I enjoyed that a lot as well. But truthfully, this is one of the most like painful and powerful and beautiful books that I've ever read. Kara and I were texting yesterday, and Kara said, oh yeah, that book is sad, beautiful, tragic, and we were like, oh, sad, beautiful, tragic by Taylor Swift. Like, two Swifties have to bring up Taylor Swift at any moment we can. But then I decided to listen to Sad, Beautiful, Tragic because I hadn't listened to it in a while. Literally, the lyrics match up with this book very, very well. That's just like a little thing I wanted to point out. I was like, dang, Taylor Swift really has a song for every moment, every book, everything ever, but it's another topic for another day. Something that I was not expecting from this book was there was kind of an overall theme of mental health and the effect that that has on families and relationships, and that's really woven through the entire book. Something I wasn't expecting, but something I really appreciated, and just once again added a lot of layer and depth to these characters, their relationships with their families, and just the book as a whole. It was really, really well done, I think. And I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I want to thank Kara for blessing me, for sending me this book. I just think that this book is gorgeous and a masterpiece, and I'm so, so happy that I got to read it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so much fun for myself and Kara to make. We were talking about it yesterday, and like, it was such a fun video because we both really got to put our passion into it, because we got to send each other books that we both loved, but I think also pushed the other out of their comfort zone. And so I think that this is just like a very successful thing that we have done here. Make sure that you guys go and subscribe to Kara. Make sure to watch her video to see what book I sent her and her reading experience with that. If you made it to this point in the video, go ahead and leave the little like envelope emoji with a heart on it. One, because love letters and romance and everything are a big part of the stationery shop, but also because Kara and I sent each other mail, so I feel like an envelope is appropriate. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.